There we go.
All right. What is going on, everybody? Frankie here for the Bakersfield Gentlemen for the first third of the week here on this Tuesday. And, a lot going on this week for us. Actually, we have a pretty big couple of guests coming on the show Thursday. So, really excited about that. If you guys have not seen the post yet on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, we will have Alec and Bradley Rubin calling in onto the show through StreamYard. So we will have the namesakes of Alec Bradley Cigars on the show, Mr. Alan Rubin's sons, and I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, going to ask them some questions about their project they did, the Oridoshi, with Cigar Dojo, ask them about the Blind Faith, the Gatekeeper, what it was like transitioning from working with their dad to basically having their own business, Alec and Bradley Cigars. So, just a lot of fun stuff. So Samuel, Matt, how you guys doing? Samuel over on Facebook, Matt over at YouTube, as well as Cam over at YouTube. Cam, how you doing?
And the question earlier, guys, if you're wondering, was from the earlier show today, and that was, what is your choice of barbecue meat cigar pairing? We got onto barbecue. It was weird, but I think that's a good question right there. So I'd love to hear your guys' answer.
For those of you that don't have me on the personal page for Facebook, I had I think 4 or 5 year memory pop up, and it was basically my dad and I dispatching of a goat. My youngest adopted brother happened to be there as well, and he was totally into it. He loved it. He thought it was awesome, and so maybe barbecued goat would maybe be my answer.
That is a good pick. I love goat. Don't get me. I do. I think it's kind of an acquired taste for a lot of people out there. Some of our family won't eat goat. Well, it blows my mind because it's delicious.
It is.
Especially the way our grandma makes it.
Yeah. So Matt, that Switch side's got to keep his top fan tag. So he has now joined us over on Facebook. Billy, how you doing?
Wherever you watch from, I'm happy to see you.
I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of sharing, Mike, if you want to let people know what you are smoking.
Yeah, sure. Today, guys, I am having the DAV cigar, the red label. It is in, I believe this is a Churchill size? This feels like a 7-inch by about a 50, maybe 52 ring gauge tops. I don't have the blend for you. I'm not going to lie. Came in late, and I apologize. But if you were watching with us before when we had Rosita on, she went over the entire arrangement of DAV cigars. Gotta say, there's some pretty great stuff out there from that company. Love to have her back on. Would love to talk to them more about it. And I would also like to know your guys' opinion. If any of you have had DAV up there before, which ones have you had? What did you like about it? I wanna know. And then Billy and John on for a bit. Glad to have you on for as long as you can be on, however long it is. Pastrami sandwich with melted cheddar cheese, caramelized onions. That's the important part. Got to be caramelized onions. AJ Fernandez Grand Reserve with an Angry Orchard crispy apple ale. That is very specific. I like that. That gives me exactly what I should try to see what you're talking about. I like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that one of these days. I'm gonna put it together. Along with some bacon potato salad. I like that as well. I told mine this morning, Miguel, tri-tip. You know where it's at right there, tri-tip always. Robert, how you doing? Good afternoon to everybody now. I hope you're having a great Tuesday. I know I am.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in real quick, Mike. You guys, I am smoking the GTO Cigars Gold from Dr. Oscar Rodriguez. Paul, how you doing? Robert, how you doing? This is his Churchill version, 7.25 by 47 ring gauge, U.S. Connecticut wrapper. Dominican Cuban seed binder, and predominantly it says Dominican filler, but I did not get any more information past that.
Predominantly. So, okay, that makes sense still. I like what we got.
Alex, how you doing? So for those of you guys that are just joining us, you guys, do us a favor, share the video to any groups that you might be involved in. I've kind of cut back my sharing from all the groups that I do to about 5 or 6, so I've cut it back quite a bit. But this Thursday, you guys, we are going to have Alec and Bradley Rubin on the show. For those of you guys that don't know, they are the sons of Alan Rubin, who owns Alec and Bradley Cigars, and he basically named the company after his 2 sons, which I thought was really cool. For the longest time, I thought that was his name, Alec Bradley, but I was wrong.
You're not alone. Yeah.
So if you guys are going to join us this Thursday, if you guys have any questions that you want answered from them, let us know. You can put them in the comments now. I've got a pen and paper here to write down questions so I don't forget. If you guys have anything that you ever wondered about what it's like growing up in a cigar family, now would be the time to do it. They're second generation. I'm wondering if it's going to be third generation when their kids come up.
That'd be cool to see, like how it kind of transitions from that beginning stage with their father to the third generation. Like third generation. How much you see the tradition of Alec Bradley kind of go into it, or if you see these whole new avenues they could take.
Yeah, exactly. Tim was watching Perdomo's live on Facebook earlier.
Oh, how was that? I didn't check it out. I gotta catch up with all these. There are so many cool live shows right now.
Yeah, Billy. Alex Bradley makes some great stuff. We're big fans. The Magic Toast is fantastic. I'm gonna have a special guest toast with me. Mitch is gonna make it for that one. Mitch is hands down our Alec Bradley go-to person for anything Alec Bradley. Is a big fan, so
it's true.
Always go to Mitch for that stuff. So it'll be fun to have him on. Brian, last week I smoked a Tabernacle. Tuesday by Foundation. Today thinking about smoking a Tatuaje. Tuesday. Okay.
Tatuaje Tuesday.
The
that
TAA. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. But yeah, so we're really excited to have them on the show. We've been reaching out to as many people as we can, trying to coordinate schedules so that they are able to be on the show. We don't want to really go as random as times, like, oh, let's go on a Wednesday. We want to try to keep it to that Thursday. So it's been a little bit more difficult trying to find people to be able to fill into that slot. But hey, it's worked out. We've got quite a few good guests, and we got a few more lined up. So we're really looking forward to it. Brian said he loved the Gatekeeper. Yeah, the Gatekeeper was good. The Blind Faith was good. I have not yet tried the Uradoshi, which is a Cigar Dojo one, but we do have a couple here in the humidor. It'll be 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah, Billy. Do not forget, as close to 2 p.m. we are going to start. We try to make a little wiggle room for our guests, but that is the time we start our podcast on Tuesdays. If you also, if you don't have a chance to catch it then, you'd rather listen, please hit us up on Spotify. It's working again on iTunes. Anchor was a little bit of a learning curve for me that I didn't realize. But as soon as I got it down, it's probably one of the most helpful tools for releasing podcasts I've ever used. I could do all the editing on their website if I wanted to. If you heard it, there's not a lot of editing that goes into it.
Yeah.
It's us. We want to make sure you get all the information that we talk about during the shows. But I would definitely check out Anchor. You can you can listen directly on there. And now we're broadcasting on 9 different platforms.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Matt says he's going to smoke the Magic Toast today, but decided to save it for Thursday. Great idea. Fantastic idea.
I like where your head's at.
So if you guys do have any questions, put them in the comments. I will write them down. That way we have more questions for them. We're make sure we use the best use of our time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So Samuel says it was a good show. He came on when they were explaining the use of cello. Okay.
Cello and hygiene. Yeah, you really got to wash your cigars. I'm thinking you need something that's antibacterial. At least no scent, because I don't want any scents messing with my. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Don't put soap on your cigars.
Yeah.
But hygiene, that's kind of funny. Although at the same time, I mean, if you go into when everything's normal, you go into a shop, there are some guys who like to pick up cigars, kind of feel them, set them back. At least, that's okay.
I'm fine with that. It's when the guys take it and put it in their nose that it's like, no, bro, you don't do that. That's not something you do. If you want to feel it, make sure it has a little bit of give to it. Look at it. No big deal. But when you start sticking it up your nose, man, no, come on. That's yours. You bought that now.
Yeah, this is as close as you better get smelling that cigar. And if there's a cello on it, you're not going to get the real scent anyway. And if you're taking it out of the wrapper, you're going to usually rip a tag on it. So don't be doing that.
Yeah.
That's poor etiquette for a lounge, I would say. We've talked about lounge etiquette before, but I think that one we got to touch on every time.
Yeah, there's a few absolutely do not do's for lounges. Putting cigars in your nose is definitely up there. Licking your cigar on the head before you cut it with a house cutter is definitely up there. Snuffing out your cigar is definitely on there. Talking down to someone for the cigar choice that they make is definitely on there as well.
Yeah, those are the big ones right there. And I know no one watching right now does these things, but we might have a buddy we all got to talk to once in a while. Let's pull them to the corner. Maybe buy them an ice cream afterwards, help their feelings.
Yeah.
But, it's definitely the biggest one for me. Don't put a cigar to your nose that you're not going to buy.
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't like it.
Yeah. Good question to ask what their favorite Alec Bradley cigar is. I go for a yardstick of Alec Bradley.
All right, I like that. Throw that on
I
the
don't
list.
have that. I don't have that on there.
Boom. That's always got to be a tough question though for a company owner of any kind to figure out what your favorite product you sell is, because you don't want to say bad about your other ones.
Yeah,
But maybe you really love one above the rest. Better than where Frankie has been sticking his fingers. Ah, gross.
So just to give you guys an idea of the questions that we do have already, was the first cigar you smoked? Who would step in to run Alec Bradley if their dad decided to retire? Will it be a third generation business?
I like that one.
What is it like growing up in a tobacco family? Drink of choice, outside hobbies, outside of the cigar industry. Who can bench more? What their favorite Bakersfield? Who their favorite Bakersfield gentleman is?
That's not fair. It's
So
to me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys had the Viva La Vida Club 500 yet? Just wondering the difference between. No, not yet. Billy and Gus said they were going to send us some, so we're just standing by. I don't know when they were going to do it, so just standing by on them.
Oh, I don't care. I can wait as long as they want me to, but I am excited. Anxious because I want to try it. Like, oh man, I'm ready to go. But I am excited. Now let us know what you thought of it too, though, Matt. Like, if there's anything that might have stuck out to you, maybe we don't usually pick it up in the ones we've had.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's a good way to just for now kind of differentiate.
Yeah.
And then
And I got a crazy little lift right there. If you guys can see that.
Oh, it shows up pretty well.
That's crazy. It just popped right open right there on the seam. That's crazy.
That's a pretty decent heat break right there.
See if we can burn right through that. It doesn't look like the seam completely popped up on both sides. So we'll have to wait and see.
I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be okay. My 420 yesterday was awesome. Jassim Kroll sells a fronto leaf, which is a whole leaf of dark natural premium whole leaf in a humidified bag. I took the leaf, cut rectangular, 3 different strands. Oh my goodness! So that sounds like you did have a good 420 day, brother. I did pick up Bass Alec Bradley red bow tie ashtray. That's awesome. I'm liking that.
Yep. Cam, how you doing?
Oh, I like that one too.
Yeah, I just wrote that down too.
Personal rituals to cut and light cigars.
Yeah, I just wrote that one down. I like that too a lot. That was a good one, Alex. So yeah, these are all great questions, guys. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. We want to make sure we get plenty of questions for these guys. These guys are awesome.
I like you guys both equally. Thank you. Weirdest behavior I saw was this guy balancing quarters on a cigar he might purchase.
That's interesting.
I have not seen that personally.
I don't know what the quarter test shows you about cigars, but okay.
It lets you know that it can balance a quarter. What?
You only have to pay as many quarters as it'll balance. Once it tips over, that's all you pay.
I wish.
Right?
Oh man, they all fell off. Oh, I pay 1 quarter every time, every damn time. Oh my god. I'm still like, I don't know what to say to that.
About. That's interesting.
Have you ever had a chance to talk to him? Have you asked him if he's okay? Does he need help? Anything like that? Maybe it's one of those like signals, like when you call a pizza place, or you call the police and say, "Oh, I need to order a pizza," and they come send help. It's weird. I think cigars have been affected with COVID-19. I've been having a couple of issues with my cigars as well. I think there was a rush towards the end to get them out. I don't know if this is just speculation.
No, but I've had this one for a few months now, so it wouldn't be that.
That was my next point. Yeah.
But back to your point about calling the cops and ordering a pizza, I actually listened to a police recording of a dispatcher where this lady was calling because she was being domestically abused by her boyfriend at the time.
Oh, God.
And she calls 911. It's like, yeah, I'd like to order a large pepperoni pizza, please. And the dispatcher goes, ma'am, you're calling 911 to order a pizza? She's like, yes. It's like, I think you have the wrong number. She's like, no, you don't understand. I need a pepperoni pizza here now. God. And then the dispatcher, I guess the light just clicked. He's like, okay. He's like, if you need an ambulance, add a topping or something. He's like, no, just pepperoni. And so then you hear him say, okay, get the address and whatnot. And then you hear him dispatching to the officers. FYI, this lady called us. This is how she called us. Turn off your sirens and your lights when you're approaching, so not to alarm anyone.
Oh, man.
And yeah, it was intense to say the least. Efren, how you doing?
We're not at the lounge. I don't know what you're talking about. We're at an undisclosed location.
This is green screen, bro.
Practicing proper social distancing.
We're working on our green screen techniques. Like if I was to reach too far back and hit that, the whole thing would wobble because it's just a sheet.
Fall down, yeah.
Yeah.
Later, we're gonna turn this into dragons. We spent the entire budget on the dragons, just like Game of Thrones did.
Yep.
So that's why we have Starbucks cup in one of the shots.
Mhm.
Totally see it.
They removed it though, right? Later in later episodes.
Oh, yeah, later on.
HBO digitally removed it.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of messed up stuff like that 911 call, if you guys don't want to get into it, we don't have to. But I'm just wondering, what kind of messed up stuff do you guys look up on YouTube? I'm not gonna lie,
Messed up stuff.
I looked up some messed up stuff on YouTube. Yesterday was all about roller coaster accidents, which were really messed up.
It's scary. It made me no longer want to ride roller coasters for a little bit.
Luckily, every single tragedy that I've seen that happened on any of the videos that I watch, 0 of them were in California.
Yep, that is true. I saw that. I would have to guess. I've guessed that was more so that it was perfectly balanced, then the cigar itself would be balanced. Not sure. I was nervous to ask him. Yeah, I don't blame you. I probably wouldn't. We each have our own hiccups, I guess. I'm sure I do weird things like that.
Before Alec Bradley won Cigar of the Year, Prensado in 2012, the quality went down. Since then, Alec Bradley has had a tough time recovering from the increase of demand. Pre-Cigar of the Year, I like the Tempest and the Max. After the Cigar of the Year, Fine and Rares are always smoked amazing. I like the Fine and Rares. They're great. Matt Faces of Death is something I watched when I was like 12. I remember getting it at Video Time. And if you guys don't know Video Time, I'm sure you guys said something similar. When you guys grew up, Video Time had these little wooden coins that you could use every time you return a video. They'd give it to you, you save some up, and you get a free rental. Back when they had the VHSs. And my mom told me we're not able to buy Faces of Death in the U.S. because they had gotten banned. But 10 years ago, she bought the entire set of all 4 DVDs, 1, 2, 3, and Faces of Death, Fact or Fiction. And I stole it because I love those movies. Autopsies, yeah, I'm not going to lie. I've watched plenty of those too on there. I don't know what it is about the morbidity of it. I just love it.
There's a full series. I forget which university did it, where it's like top to bottom an entire autopsy. And it's fascinating. I mean, obviously, it's for learning purposes for their students. Like, hey, you can watch this whenever you want. It's on YouTube.
For every one person that's a medical student watching that, there's 10 that are just messed up like me and are watching it.
Yup, right here.
Angry Italians screaming at each other on YouTube is funny. Yeah, that's pretty funny stuff too.
That does
I
sound
mean,
pretty
anybody that's not speaking English, they're yelling at each other so you can make up your own story in your head. It's hilarious.
Pretty funny. Pretty funny.
It's not messed up, but I also liked watching the cheese roll. There's some town out in England, I think.
I think it was England, yeah.
I think it was England. They basically are on this huge hill, and they roll a wheel of cheese down it, and everybody runs after it, and whoever gets it wins. They get to keep the cheese. But it's a steep hill, so these people are running and stumbling and falling and hurting themselves. And at the bottom, they have some rugby-looking players to stop you, and they aren't stopping you with mittens. They're tackling you, and it is hilarious.
It's a straight-up tackle.
Yeah.
And it was very entertaining. People are flying, doing flips for days without any kind of actual wanting to do flips. It's just how the gravity takes you. And that was hilarious.
It was. It really, really was.
I want to see how this rolling of cheese goes. Show you how brutal they are while doing autopsy. It's oh my goodness, I don't even know how to describe it.
Well, you don't really got to be gentle.
You know, you're not going to get a lot of complaints.
Yeah.
At least not from the person getting the autopsy.
Yeah.
But if you look at the cuts over there to the cuts, like say, we watched the whole gator get butchered for the skin, the meat, and everything. Almost the same level, not of, I wouldn't say detail, because you got to do a little more detailed autopsy, but the same level of strength needed. You've got to be able to do the
very true. Properly. Very, very true. Whew. So to this GTO Gold, you guys, I gotta say it's got the notes are very faint. There's nothing really dominant coming out at the forefront. All the flavors I'm getting are very faint, from the wood to the spice to that kind of coffeeness that's in there and cream. It's all very faint, very light. There's not a very long finish on the cigar at all. So it's kind of a miss on that one. I would like to see a little bit more predominant flavors coming through, a longer finish. But it is what it is.
Okay. And then a good question here from Samuel. Where do you see Alec and Bradley 10 years from now? Those are always great questions, especially in the cigar industry. It's a long game. There's no real short-term plans. I think the shortest they were saying like 2 to 5 years, the short-term plans.
Yeah.
So in 10-year span, it could be extremely different, or it could just be the beginnings of plans that are laying out right now. So I would like to hear more from them about that.
Absolutely.
I got to say, DAV started out pretty good, but now I've got a plug, and I can feel the smoke like not wanting to come through. I can't get a good draw.
Oh, man.
So I'm having a little bit of rolling it issues. I'm just seeing what I could do, kind of doing a little pinch. Hopefully it corrects itself.
I will say I did burn right through that that little lift. You guys can see just a very little tip of it left, and it's burning through it just fine. Ash is holding on very well as well. So that's good. Burned through. That was a small issue. I didn't think it was going to affect it very much, and it hasn't. And we're burning through it just fine. So nice for that.
Yeah, you can stack dimes on that one. I'm not sure about quarters. You can stack some dimes on that. Yeah, it's holding on very. Oh, there you go.
Okay, there we go.
That held on for a solid inch and a half. So
now, if you guys have smoked GTO cigars or DAV cigars, let us know in the comments what you guys have thought of them. I like the DAV cigars. I think Rosita does a great job repping for them, and I'm a big fan. As far as GTO goes, I had a couple of the golds. They're okay, but I think the Painkiller Maduro and their Anesthesia are really good. If you guys ever get those, definitely give those a try. Their Painkiller Maduro has the black and gold band, and the Anesthesia has the purple and gold band, I believe.
Hard but good. That's always good. The hard questions, what's what I'm looking for, are more interesting. It's more unique. It gets you to a little deeper knowledge of what you're talking about. There's plenty of questions that we ask everybody, not because it's easy to do, but because we all know those answers.
Yeah.
It's nice to hear an array of answers from the same question, like the first cigar experience, what got you into the industry, the community kind of thing. But the deeper ones, like where's your specific brand going? Or like Brad or Brian was talking earlier about pre-cigar of the year and after cigar of the year, especially when demand rises so quickly for what was a smaller company at the time, especially in 2012.
And actually, I have a question for Brian, if he's still with us. Brian, you said you like the Max. Have you had the Max? I think it's, what is it, Brazil?
I haven't had that one.
Have you had the Max Brazil? I think that's the name of it. I don't remember 100%. I apologize. But out of curiosity, have you had that? And if you have, what were your thoughts? And he also brought up the fine and rares, which are always really nice. They're a little pricier, obviously. I think I saw them in Vegas for like $21.
Oh, they're fine.
And rare. So if you ever get your hands on some of those are really, really nice. So yeah, let me know if you guys have had the fine and rare, what you guys thought of it.
Absolutely. Isaac, how is that? Johnny Walker. Hey, Isaac, if you're watching, I don't see even the comments.
Yeah, he's here.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, and Charlie, how you doing? And Kenneth. Man, yeah, I saw the White Walker, Johnny White Walker. So that's got to be some pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
Want to try that still.
Oh, here we go. So Paul smoked the #1 cigar of the year, which is the Aging Room Cuatro Nicaragua. Very happy with the smoke produced. Been working on the retrohale, and not gonna lie, got a little choked up on this one. It happens to me all the time, man. I still have a really hard time retrohaling, so you just got to get through it. I feel you. George, how you doing?
Some guys, it's more difficult for. I've always heard that rule of thumb, like, if you were a cigarette smoker before, you kind of know what it was, or you know how it feels, so you don't worry as badly. But I don't know. For me, sometimes it's a real big hit and miss. Even if it's a stronger cigar, sometimes okay. A lighter cigar, sometimes it screws me up.
Yeah.
So I don't know the rule. I really don't.
Oh, Isaac was a little disappointed with the White Walker. Now, is it a new blend, or is it just Johnny Walker Red repackaged?
I don't know. We're gonna have to look that one up.
Yeah, I'm curious to know. I have seen the bottles. I never really looked that much into it. But yeah, Does not really do anything in support of their local community or cause. Really great, get behind.
I like that. Yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah. If they've got a project or a charity of some sort that they like to promote most, I like that. Yeah. I think it's red. Maybe something else. Okay. The red's okay, but it's like a mixer for me.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely would not recommend anybody just to sip on red and with a couple of ice cubes. It's definitely a mixer. Scotch. That's only for mixing. I think even the Johnny Walker company said that something you would only use to mix, not something you would drink straight. I think the lowest one they would recommend drinking straight was the black,
Yeah.
Which I'm a huge fan of. I love Johnny Walker Black.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so red definitely a mixing only Scotch.
Huh. The Jane Walker. I would like to try that one as well. I've not even heard of that one.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that either, actually.
Black or double black is better. Yeah, the double black is awesome. But just regular Johnny Walker Black. Can't go wrong. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Johnny Walker. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like it because it is a blended Scotch whiskey, and they think that only single malts are the way to go when it comes to Scotch. For me, if it tastes good, it tastes good. I understand that having a single malt, you'll get more of that region. Depending on where it's coming from, you'll get more of the peatiness, more of this, more of that, depending on where it's at. And by having a blend, you don't get all together. So I kind of like that, but it is something that everybody has to decide for themselves what they like, what they don't like, kind of a thing. I like the blended.
Oh yeah, no, I've got no problem with it. Then again, I love to hear the story behind those. What do you call it? Single malts and whatnot. They talk about the different waters affecting it, where they've come from, how long they, all of those different just variations that go into it. And it's the same with the cigar. There's a good story behind it, and it helps kind of enhance the entire experience.
Yep, exactly.
I love that.
Exactly. I have a 14-year-old Buchanan, if I spelled it right, yeah. I have the double black as well. I haven't cracked it open yet.
Double black is good stuff. Definitely love it.
Yeah, I like the black. I've tried the platinum. It was good. I'm a big fan of Johnny Walker Blue. I love Johnny Walker Blue. I have like that much left in my bottle. I haven't cracked yet. I was kicking myself though because during Christmas time a few years back, they had the black, the green, the gold, and the blue, and the mini bottles. Yep. Not mini bottles, like little bottles, but a good sized mini bottle. And I think it was like $50 for the 4 of them.
Yeah.
And it was a good way to get some Johnny Walker Blue. And I was like, oh, they'll be here later. They'll be here later. Never came back.
No, very seasonal, but it's an awesome collection. It was Costco, maybe? Was it? Yeah, Costco. They do some really cool ideas like that. Like they had a tequila taster out there. They had a tequila tower, which was like 3 spigots on this.
Milagros tequila.
Yes, okay. And it was just beautiful design. I don't think the tequila is all that great, but I would have loved to have gotten that particular setup just for the way it looked.
Have you guys had the Hammer and Sickle cigar? Yes. It's okay. I'm not a huge fan of it. I did like the presentation on the old style where it came in a marble box.
Yes.
The new ones I think come in like a acrylic clear case. I think. So I like the old school marble better. I think it was really, really cool, really, really nice. But the cigars themselves are okay. I mean, it's not something I'm going to go out and look for again. I know we have them at Cigars and More, but yeah, they're all right.
They're not my first choice.
Yeah,
I think, especially when I'm sitting down in the lounge, have something that I've already had before. They're not going to be one to jump off for. I don't think there was anything wrong with it. It just wasn't for me. Bevmo seems to have some great prices on Johnny Walker. Oh yeah, they do.
Costco has a better price here in California for Johnny Walker Blue than Bevmo does. It's crazy. Peter, how you doing? Costco has good stuff. Yeah, Costco has some great stuff, and they have really good prices. Again, I think the Johnny Walker Blue in the stores was like $229, $239, and at Costco, I think I got it for $189.
Yeah,
so it was like a $40 difference almost. It was crazy. Who here likes Patron tequila? Like to collect their. I'm not a huge fan of Patron, and I'll tell you why. I think it's way overly priced for what you get. And at the other end of the spectrum, Jose Cuervo is not tequila unless you get the Tradicional. So I just think it's too pricey for what you're getting. I think you can find a much more inexpensive quality tequila. So as long as it says 100% de agave on the bottle, you're fine. If it doesn't say that, you're getting a mixto, which is going to be 51% tequila and 49% crap.
No, we don't want that.
Yeah, you're not going to want that. That's what's going to get you sick. That's why people, when they say, I don't like tequilas, because they tried Jose Cuervo gold or silver, and they got sick off of that nonsense. So don't drink that stuff, you guys. You can use your margarita mix if you want. That's fine. But just make sure you mix it with an actual gold or 100% de agave tequila, Avion makes a good one. Hornitos makes a good one. Even the lime shot Hornitos isn't bad.
Actually, yeah, it's not bad at all.
There's a lot, you guys. There's a lot of really good tequilas out there. So,
hey,
Dr. Rodriguez, how you doing?
There you go. And I would like to say, Matt saying they got the bigger bottles. Not only that, when all this is over, you're gonna have a party, all right? You're gonna have some friends over. You're gonna drink. Don't spend all your money on them. Go to Kirkland, get their stuff. They got all the staples, and they're all very good. A lot of them are award-winning drinks.
Yeah, their scotch is good.
Their scotch is excellent. Their vodka is the exact same as Grey Goose. Okay, Grey Goose, another one of those I think is overpriced.
Yeah.
Not like what's wrong. They're both fine, but you could get a better product at a lower price.
Mm-hmm.
And the bottle of vodka you get from Costco is the exact same factory where they make the Grey Goose. And I would say I like the bottle better. I think it looks cooler. If you get a chance to check it out, that red and black writing on it, it just looks cool. I think Kirkland also does some craft beers. And
They do.
Quite a few of them are actually out of California. They're pretty dang good.
They do. They make a lot of IPAs, which, whatever. But back in the day when we were first living together and he had just turned 21, Kirkland basically sponsored every party with you because we would buy cases of Kirkland Light and their vodka and their whiskey, and it was fantastic.
Yeah,
Richard, how you doing?
If you want a good 50-cent beer, go Kirkland Light.
Yeah.
It tastes like light beer.
Wow. So Costco in Utah doesn't sell any alcohol. Do they sell tobacco?
Oh, no.
I'm curious. Do they sell tobacco? Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Hey, brother.
Richard,
If I didn't say hi, how you doing? What do you call it? Ours sells cigarettes.
They sell tobacco as well, loose tobacco as well.
Okay, yeah, they do. You're right. I don't know. I just never really checked before. I forgot about that because I have that huge cage, right?
Yep.
Where all that's kind of hidden back there. You also get
and some of the stuff with the higher end spirits as well, like the Johnny Walker Blue. They have the boxes there sometimes, and sometimes they have just a little flyer, and you take that, either the box or the flyer, and you take it to the cage after you pay for it, and either they put the bottle in or they give you a brand new box with it already ready to go.
Yeah, I thought it was like on Spy Kids where you put it in the microwave and it turns into the product you want. I guess I was wrong. I burned a lot of microwave stuff that way.
Yeah,
no,
sure did.
I'm just kidding.
So no tobacco either. Okay, that's crazy.
That is interesting to think about. That's definitely different. Clase Azul. I don't think I've had that.
Do you have a worse pairing with the cigar?
That's a tough one.
Oh man,
gosh. I gotta say something on the strength level. It depends. Like let's say I talked about this early for a little bit. The Southern Draw Jacob's Ladder. I would never go with an IPA. There's a few IPAs I do like. I'm not a really big fan anyway, so that's kind of more on my preference. Not that they don't taste well together. I gotta say, I don't think I have a worse one, but that's just something I wouldn't recommend myself.
Yeah. Real quick, Chris says he's smoking a Sir Robert Peel Natural on the owner size of Double Crown. You've been going through a lot of those, man. Or am I just seeing the same picture over and over? Or have you been on a Sir Robert Peel kick recently? Let me know. They sell that cigar in a bottle of cognac as well. They do, and Johnny actually reached out to us. The name of the owner of the company name is Johnny, and he's actually a friend. He's from Fresno, so we know the guy.
Great guy.
And he hit up our Instagram the other day, and he's like, "Hey, I want to send you guys a bottle with a couple of the Davidoffs that come inside of it to try on the show." And I was like, "Man, that'd be awesome." Yeah, we're probably gonna have some of that on the show, hopefully sooner rather than later.
That would be awesome. He's a great guy, and it's a great product, especially when you're doing. It's a nice present, obviously, like to give to somebody, but it does really well for fundraisers. He says if you're trying to raise some money for like a police activities league or something, he's done a lot of those for Cigars for Warriors, stuff like that. People buy raffle tickets, and whoever wins, kind of thing. that was really cool to think about. I didn't even think that like I could give it as a gift, keep it for myself. But that's just a really smart like fundraising idea, I think, and it's a very nice product. Great cognac in it. We got a chance to sample it over at IPCPR. Gosh, I couldn't think of the name. And man, it was fantastic.
Prune juice in a cigar would suck. Yeah, I would probably have to agree with that. I'm not a big fan of prune juice.
Yeah, not for me. No, I'm doing that juicing thing right now, but prune juice is not going to be the business. I'm not going to go straight prune juice anytime soon. Oh gosh, I think of that. I actually was smoking a cigar and I had my juice, and it actually went pretty well together.
Really?
Put a little bit of tahini in there, so a little spicy to the juice, and it went perfect with my Glass Cowboy Connecticut.
Wow,
that was good stuff.
Wow.
Feel from Protocol, and they are too much. Oh, okay, awesome.
I didn't know you knew Sir Robert Peel. That's crazy.
That's really cool. I love it.
Yeah, great PR for them too. Yeah. He's a great guy. Johnny's awesome. And again, like me, I was saying, when people they get a bottle, it's a great way to raise money. You do a little raffle, or live auction or silent auction, let people outbid each other, and really raise some money for some really good organizations. So maybe we get one going if we can. Maybe raise some money for Cigars for Warriors or something.
Yeah, I still would love to do the idea where we do a little longer of a stream and see what we can all raise together. See if we can't get a good donation going for Cigars for Warriors, especially right now. Now, a lot of the locations are closed.
Now I'm wondering, how are your guys' humidors looking? We're well into the second month now of lockdown.
We're in it. Yep.
So how are your guys' humidors looking? Are they on the low end of the levy? Are you guys keeping them well stocked? Have you run out of your bundles and have to get into your more expensive cigars? How are your humidors looking? These humidors back here, really haven't touched those just yet. Look, I have grabbed a couple out of here, but that was just because I wanted something special, so I went to that one. That one is the same thing. I grabbed a couple out of there just because I want something special. But our main humidors are the ones that we've been using. And Low about to put an order Thursday. Nice. Dr. Pepper pairs really well, but I really like the IBC. Yeah, see, the cream soda was the one that I wanted to try. We picked up some root beer that we're going to do with some cigars. I wanted to try cream soda. Chris said he's going to put an order in on Thursday. I actually have something to tell you guys. We didn't want to make too big of an event out of it just yet because we didn't want to overshadow Alec and Bradley being on the show. But Friday, we're going to do another lifestyle event on Facebook. This will be with Cigars and More, so it won't be just one company. We'll have several companies you guys can order cigars from. We'll have box sales. We'll have 5 counts. I don't know about 10 counts yet, but we will have 5 counts. And I'm talking to Mike today, who is the owner, and I think what we're going to do is do like a boutique surprise pack. I'll make a couple of them up and show you guys what you could get in them, and it'll be for one price. And, you'll get cigars from boutique companies, Roma Craft, Sinistro, Southern Draw, M. Bombay, Illusion, and some other smaller companies too. So, and if you guys want to order boxes of stuff, you guys can always call in and order boxes of stuff you guys want.
And if you do want a 10-pack and we don't have them, buy 2 5-packs.
Buy 2 5-packs.
And then boom, you have 10. What do you call it? Samuel? Well stocked, low on humidity. Just used the last of his gosh dang, how do you pronounce it? Glycol. Thank you. Trying to see if I can get Bovis order this week. Okay, good call. The Bovitas, excuse me. Celestino, how you doing?
So yeah, you guys. So we're gonna do another live sellers event. It'll be Friday evening. I don't know exactly what time just yet. I'm gonna talk with them today and find out the actual time for you guys. So if you guys want to order some more cigars through Cigars and More, this will be a great chance to do that. They have Andalusian Bulls in stock. They have Viva La Vida in stock. They have the new Oscar Vargas, Superfly, Connecticut, and the original still in. They have a great line of Opus, great line of Davidoff, McAuliffe. So if you guys need to order more stuff or you just want to order more stuff, we'll be able to do that on Friday. And, of course, we'll have some discounts for you guys on those as well, so you guys will get a good price.
I like the idea right there, Chris. That Cigar Oasis that's a lifesaver right there. So you don't have to worry about all the moving stuff in and out. Just keep a little water in there. Boom, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Robert and Isaac, pretty well topped off right now. I'm glad you haven't had to touch your standalone humidor yet, Robert. I don't want to get to that point where I'm down to the ones I don't want to smoke right now, but I want to smoke something.
Yeah.
That's a scary thought.
Matt's still full. HumiSmart, cheaper than Bovita and better quality plus no chemicals, all plant based.
Okay, I didn't know the price point. I thought it'd be around the same, but they're a little cheaper. That's not bad.
Yeah, unless I have chemicals in my humidification system, I don't trust it. I need harsh chemicals.
Oh yeah, I asked Monsanto to come spray the house down once in a while.
Yeah.
They do a very good job. If you breathe it in too deep, you go a little lightheaded for a little while.
That's how you know it works.
Yeah, that's how you know it's working. Damn it. But no, that's a good idea. HumiSmart. I'll have to check them out a little bit more then. Honestly, I just thought, it's another Bovita product, so maybe it's worth a second look. A couple bucks cheaper is good.
I do use a combination of Bovitas and the gel beads. I have gel beads in both of these, but I keep the large Bovitas in the travel case and in the large coolador. They work really well. Maybe I'll try HumiSmart once I have to replace my Bovitas if they make one in those sizes, because I have the big ones in there. But the beads, they work really well in these two.
Oh, yeah.
The only issue is the one with the American flag is kind of a homemade container, so it's one of those like Black Angus salt shakers.
It's awesome.
It's
perfect.
And the only issue is it's a little too tall. So when I recharge it, I got to make sure that they've already absorbed everything they can, so when I flip them on their side, they don't leak.
Yeah.
So if I could find one with a container maybe a little bit smaller, shorter, I could stand it up, which I would like more. But it's working really well for what it is.
So you need Olive Garden salt shakers.
Yeah, that's it.
I have no idea. I'm sure you could find a container that's just a little shorter, maybe a little rounder, so you get the same amount.
Yeah.
Just smaller volume or shorter volumes that are taller.
Because I bought the Zycar gel one, and that's in the smaller humidor up here, which works really well. I just put a little bit of that glycol in it, and it runs fine. But yeah, I would like to find a shorter container for the gel beads, so I can just keep those in there as well.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But I saw a buddy who had a huge one. He just put a bag of the beads in there, basically stuff to open on top.
Oh wow!
And it just worked. There's plenty of ways to do it as long as you're checking up on it on a regular basis. You're gonna be fine. I mean, I wouldn't just leave a cup of water in there or something, but there's plenty of ways to do it.
Yeah, in a pinch, you could use a HumiSmart or something if you don't want to use the beads. But there's certain instances where I like the beads a little bit better.
Seem to last a little bit longer too. Just how it seems to be. Coffee mug with cigar bands. So actually, that is I love the idea, and we do have. I gotta get the number. A buddy who does travel mugs with coffee with coffee beans with cigar bands all the way around it. Whatever you want, he'll do.
Yeah, you basically just clip the bands with your order, and you let him know kind of how you want them, and then he'll position them and show you, and you say yes or no, and then he kind of does what we do with the table here. He puts that clear coat over it, and pretty much locks it in place.
It looks good. It looks really good.
Yeah, so maybe we'll get a couple of those ordered. Maybe do a little giveaway for those.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome.
Mine would be all Sierra Milanio and Viva La Vida bands. So
wouldn't look bad.
Yeah,
that would still look pretty good, I think. So I think one of black with just the Viva La Vida bands would look pretty awesome. But yeah, I like the American flag idea. Definitely. I love my coffee cup, American flag one. One of my favorite things to wake up to every morning. But that would give me a pretty cool idea on how to redo a box, a solid wood box, and line it with your cigar bands. I think that would be pretty cool for the outside design.
I think it'd be kind of cool to get a box of cigars where the cigars were all the same length, but they came in different colored foil. The top left corner would be blue with the white printed stars on them, and then you have the 13 stripes with the red and maybe like a silver instead of the white.
I like that.
And then when you open the box, it's just an American flag. Then that'd be kind of cool.
Oh, I would love that. Yeah. Gotta talk to CAO America or CAO to do that for the America.
Yeah.
I think they need a whole different box though, if I remember correctly, because theirs is the stacked higher instead of wider.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your coffee cup gave me the idea.
Hey, there we go.
Nice. Yeah, I'm a big fan of creative marketing, I guess you could call it.
Oh yeah.
I think that's really cool. When people have a really good marketing idea, dude, I love it.
Yeah, especially for cigars. I mean, I love the traditional looks of a lot of bands. I mean, I really like the Arturo Fuente. I love Padrones and whatnot. But then when you see these more unique ones, it helps stands out. Because when you go into a humidor for the first time, especially when you're new to smoking, it can all blend together really easily, and it's nice to have something that would differentiate itself, and then you can ask questions from there. Hopefully, as long as you have a good
Oh yeah,
tobacconist.
I'm getting real quick, Mike. I'm getting like a molasses flavor coming off of this now, and it's actually starting to be really, really heavy.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah, that's a nice transition I'm getting as I get into the second, third here. So pretty cool.
My draw still feels really tight, but the smoke output's increased, so I'm enjoying that. Nice coffee notes, really nice. Not very strong, a little spicy on the tongue, just on the tip of the tongue. I thought I should have made coffee with this. Now I'm kicking myself for that, but it's really good still. Always got my Diet Coke on hand. It's easy.
Oh. Yep, that's transitioning something really, really nice. So again, you guys, I'm smoking the GTO Gold, which is a USA Connecticut wrapper, Dominican Cuban seed binder, and fillers. It says predominantly from the Dominican. So there probably maybe some other stuff in there, but they're saying predominantly from the Dominican. This is a 7.25, but 40. I had it 47.
You got it.
47 engaged. I had to look at my notes. Dang it.
You had it. I knew you had it. I'm having the DAV red label. Again, we had Rosita on probably about 2 months ago now.
Yep.
Would love to talk to her again. Maybe we'll get her on the morning show. What do you go? Yeah, I'm a fan. I like DAV. I think the black label is probably my favorite so far. I've had the black, I've had the red.
Blue and green, I think.
I haven't had the blue. I think I've had the green, but I can't remember right now. So you know what? Gotta smoke more. Oh no. Oh, well, what was Miguel? Gotta smoke more cigars now. I'm gonna compare a cigar with jerk chicken. If you can handle the spice, that sounds delicious. I usually don't smoke and eat, but I don't know, something about that. I think I could find a cigar that would go really well with that. Guys, just joined in. I already had my stick and coffee this morning. That's all right. I like that, Jeff. All good.
Well, for those of you guys just joining us, most of the beginning of the show, we discussed about we're going to have Alec and Bradley on from Alec Bradley Cigars, and they're the namesakes of the company. Their father, Alan Rubin, named it Alec Bradley after his sons, and we're going to have them on the show Thursday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we've been asking people, if you have any questions you guys want asked, let us know. I've been writing down questions as the show's gone on, and people have been coming up with them. And if you guys can join us, please do so. Grab yourself an Alec Bradley cigar, grab yourself a Gatekeeper, a Blind Faith, or a Doshi, whatever you guys want.
Go for a large teen if you want.
Yeah, go for a large teen if you want, and join us for Thursday's live podcast recording.
Yes. Oh, and Isaac, I'm sorry about that. She actually hit us up not too long ago. Like, hey, I forgot to send it. I don't know where I'm supposed to send it again. So she was just going to send it to us, and we'll get a hold of you guys. So Isaac, as soon as she gets it to us, it'll be in town, so we can get a hold of you. It'll be as quick as we can. Apologize for that, though. Usually, when we have the stuff in hand, it's easier.
Okay. So here we go. So the gold is Dr. Rodriguez's rendition. His all-time favorite smoke, the Party's Lusitania, using their homegrown aged tobacco from the Dominican with American Connecticut for the nice creaminess and cedar finish.
That sounds awesome.
Okay.
Alex, you have a good one, too? We're going to be wrapped. Well, we got like 15 minutes left, so I'm excited to keep talking. But you have a good day, and we'll see you hopefully Thursday for that Alec and Bradley talk. It's going to be a good show. For that.
I've got a good burn line going, and my ash is holding on really well. It probably would have held on a lot longer, but I don't like ashing myself on film or on the shows, so I do ash it when I feel it's right about time. Smoke output on this has been fantastic. Draw's been great. I did use my Balmoral Perfect Cutter to do it. I would have used my Liga Privada number 9 one, but I don't know where it's at. No, it's in the box.
I was like, wait, where is it?
It's in the box. I've actually been not using my V cutter as much recently. I've been using the Perfect Cutter more.
Hey, it's easy. It just does the job. Although the V cut's pretty good as far as exactly how much you need because it's got that divot in there.
Yeah.
You can't really go past. So it's usually perfect either way. Um, what was I going to say? I totally forgot where my train of thought was going there. But I think as far as a non-backed cutter, I mean, a V cut's pretty much as close to a perfect cut as you can get.
Yeah.
It's just some preference on how you like to cut your cigar at that point.
I do like using the V cutter, making that crown shape on top. When you do 2 V cuts as an X, and it looks like a little crown.
That is
I like
cool.
that.
Yeah, I like that too.
That's cool. Always hear rave reviews about the Lusitania. I have to try it out. I think I have one in the humidor. Okay.
I gotta try that one still. I would love to.
And anyone hate when the cherry drops off in your lap or on the table? Yes, absolutely hate it when I ash myself. I think it's the worst. And no matter how careful I am, it always tends to happen once in a while. So it is what it is. It happens to everybody, I'm sure.
You get a good memory of it too because there's some shirts I have with little holes. I'm like, this shirt's a really good shirt. Why has it got holes in it? Oh yeah, I burned myself, not being very smart. So there's like a couple little holes on the bottom or something, and it always happens to some of my favorite cigar shirts. So I'm pretty sure my cigar porn shirt one with the actual definition of it has a couple little holes at the bottom. Like,
yeah,
but it is what it is.
I think Dr. Rodriguez might have missed this earlier in the show, but I did mention I've had a few of the golds, but the painkiller Maduro and the original and the other painkiller, as well as the anesthesia, are amazing cigars. If you guys have not yet tried those, I highly recommend trying them. I would. Oh man, it's tough, but between my two favorite, which is the painkiller Maduro and the anesthesia, I would have to give the edge to the anesthesia.
I'm going painkiller.
Are you?
That's what the doctor ordered. What are you talking about?
Oh man, they're both really, really good guys. So I mean, it's kind of like which one. But I think the anesthesia for me, I like it just a little bit more.
All right, yeah, we gotta do it. We gotta do this again. We'll do another live show with both of those out.
Yeah.
And actually, doctor, if you want to hop on one of these days, let us know if you're free. We'd love to have you on. I'm a big fan of a deep V cut, but I've been doing straight cut lately.
Yeah, see, so I'm right in the same boat as Matt. You know, me and Matt, we got a lot of the same stuff about us. I've been the same way.
Great minds. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
I've still been shooting a little tear. In fact, I wanted to bring that up. It's not a bad thing, but it's I can feel a little give to this cigar even before I lit, so it didn't feel too compact, which is kind of throwing me off why I'm getting a tighter draw. But it was very easy to do my little tear and pull away.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Sometimes when it's really tightly packed, I feel like I'm going to break it. So then I need to use a cutter before I ruin my cigar.
Mom's store is closing up early to be decontaminated, so she'll be with me on the show the next few days.
All right, cool.
Update I just got. You know what? Right now is a time where a lot of cleaning companies are getting that. There's certain machines you can get to decontaminate stuff, chemicals and stuff. We've actually been looking to order one as well, so that we can get into that little niche. Well, we can maybe get some work in, so we're not doing nothing all day.
Any work is good work, and it seems like a pretty straightforward system to use. So I'm looking forward to getting to play around with it. The company we go through, since we do work with the corporate, kind of lagging on us.
Yeah,
we'll get there. We'll get there soon enough.
It's really funny too. Like our largest account was this place called Coors Tech, and they recently closed in March. And this was before Corona. They just got absorbed by a bigger company. We're closing this one down. Really sad because they had something like 3,500 employees. They were running 7 days a week. I think they only closed on the major holidays. But they had 3 shifts going.
Like so 24 hours.
Yeah, so 24 hours they had the shift going. Plus they had their corporate side. So it was basically 2 huge warehouses separated by a door. And then on the other side, running along the entire length, was the corporate offices.
Yeah.
And it was really funny. Like, everybody there is really cool. Me and Miguel, we didn't ever really go down there. I did when I was in high school. I cleaned it because I lived there.
Oh, yeah.
But my buddy, Yo-Yo, he's been our only employee there. He'll be there 8 hours a day. And it was our only full-time job that we had out there. And we had gotten a new carpet machine. And so my dad's like, here, take this down to Coors Tech. Go try it out. We're like, okay.
They've got a spot, I think like an oil spill or something.
Yeah, it was like acetone or something that they use to machine their whatever they do.
So
so we go, we plug this thing in, we're running. I'm like, oh man, this thing works cool. It has a couple jets in the front, the beater bar, and the suction in the back. And we're just going at it, just going over this spot. And it was maybe like 30 feet long by 15 feet wide. And we're just going over it, picking everything up, coming out really nice for carpet. And before we knew it, we've got like 15, 20 of their corporate guys behind us just looking at us work this little spot of carpet, and they were just fascinated by how it was working, to the point where like, you guys want to give it a try.
So I'm like, no, I'm supposed to be working. I'm pretty sure their office side was empty for a little while, like just staring at it. Like they could have just had their business meetings there for the day. Like if they had to talk about anything, just done it while watching us do our work. But I still love that machine. It's the plug-in.
Yep.
So you could just
that's the only down part to it, is that it's plugged in.
No, you can charge that one, isn't it?
No, that was a
plug. Oh gosh, yeah. That made it a little more difficult to do the walk around. Either way, that's neither here nor there. I don't know why we're going into this, but it was a fun story.
It was just interesting. Matt's new Prometheus Opus X lighter has been working out great. Can't get enough of it. The Prometheus lighter that I want is the one with the what is it called? Where you
got a fire.
Got a fire. And it's gunmetal gray and black. They make it out of gold. They make it out of silver. But the one I want is the gunmetal gray and black one. It is beautiful. For whatever reason, we can't get it in the shop right now. They just have been backordered for like a year apparently on the specific color that I want, because we have the gold one in the shop right now, and she can order the silver one, but I want the gunmetal gray and black one.
It looks incredible. I understand why you're holding off for that.
Yeah,
it's I want it.
It's very similar to the one that Brian Glenn used on his shows. I don't know if he still uses it, but it's very similar to that one.
I haven't checked his out in a little while. Maybe I got to catch up, but I wouldn't see why not, because it's just awesome. It's one of those timeless things. Like once you get, I feel like you don't get many other lighters after you get that one. Like maybe some travel ones, so you don't lose it. You keep it at home. But man, it's nice.
It is. It's really, really nice. So do you guys have a favorite lighter that you guys have, or a favorite cutter that you guys have? Obviously, I'm a big fan of Balmoral cigars too. So when I got this, I was really, really happy. It's just a nice, simple, perfect cutter.
I really love. It's a simple one, but it's if you could read it on there, kind of. It does have the Drew Estate for life on their little hashtag. And then we pass me the other one real quick. It's not expensive. You give these away a lot with boxes and stuff, but man, the single torch little guy. This one's from Christoph. I've got him like 4 or 5 different companies.
Yeah, everybody makes it,
but it's just it never stops working. And even if it does, I've got like 5 backups. Just fill it up, throw it in your pocket, and you're good to go. I love this little guy.
Now, the only down part is it is a single torch, so it takes a little bit longer to light your cigars when they're a little bit bigger. But it's not a big deal, just work at it. I kind of start at the edge, work my way to the center, then start at the center, work my way out to the edge. After it's toasted, then I go ahead and light it. So it does take a little bit more fuel to light it with the single torch, but it still works.
I'll do that, and then I'll kind of go crisscross, just back and forth, up and down a few times. Or I'll just get some cedar spill. Mm-hmm. Use that to like the cedar spill. Works every time. And then this is great. A single torch is great for retouching.
Yes.
In fact, I should have done that earlier if you saw me retouching instead of using the 3. Gosh dang it. Yeah, 3 jets. I knew it. I know my stuff. Single jet's perfect for retouch.
And Samuel likes a Zippo. Robert, the Zycar H4. I'm a big fan of Zycar products. They make great stuff.
Lifetime warranty, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I must have like 30 high-end lighters and like them all, but the Prometheus is awesome.
So you never have too many lighters.
Yeah.
How many do we have now? Got like 4 right here, 2 behind the camera.
We got a lot.
It is a lot.
Yeah, we got a lot.
And I don't think I want to stop because there's more cool ones I want. Like the nub one that you got, I friggin' love it.
Yeah.
I want to get myself a desk one like that, a big, heavy duty, fill it once every couple months and you're good to go. Size lighter. Gosh dang. I remember when we first started, we got a creme brulee burner.
Yep.
And that thing's huge. It's basically just a giant regular size one.
I remember the first ones we got, we cut our first cigars when we started thinking about doing the show. It's like, well, let's try some cigars. We'll see if we like them. We actually cut them with PVC cutters because we didn't have a cutter, and we were lighting them on the stove.
That was more Neanderthal style right there.
Yeah.
Without having a Neanderthal at the time. So we've got a little more refined since then, I think.
Isaac says he has some Zycar lighters. He likes his brass Zippo. Dennis says he always goes back to his Vertigo Cyclone. It's bomb-proof. And Danielle joining us from Cigars for Warriors. We just talked about you guys not too long ago.
Yeah, we would love to maybe put on a show for you guys to kind of get some a drive going. So let us know if that's a good idea. My house is small, so when I smoke inside every once in a while, I set the fire alarm off and scare everybody. Oh, man.
Okay, so it's available on the website. Okay, I'll check it out, man. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, I've been wanting to get that one for a year now. I've wanted it so bad.
Matt, just tell him it's not, because then if you get stimulus, it's gonna go straight over there.
That's right. I will. I will say another lighter that I want to get just for the show itself. Besides that one is the Bugatti one.
Yes,
The Bugatti one was really really cool. They come in two versions: the Mirage and the Vulcan. I believe is the second one, and it is. They're awesome. You know, they don't use the butane as a fuel when you use the tubes. They have their own little canisters that you put in, and I like them. I think the design is cool. I think they feel really nice in the hand, and yeah, they're really great.
I gotta side with Danielle on this one. For some reason, these cheapy guys, the gift ones, seem to never give me trouble. But once in a while, I will have trouble with the nub one that we have.
Mm-hmm.
It just won't light for some reason. I gotta clean it out properly though. I think that's what's going on. These are always just like always good to go.
Yeah.
Now we'd love to do a show with y'all. Give me dates and we'll say, okay, yeah, I would love to have that. Get off his ass. Oh man. But for today, we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah. And Miguel, did you figure, or you were gonna make an announcement after the show? Who shared the most on Saturday?
Oh my! You know what? I apologize. I need to make sure I got the numbers. So yeah, I will have to do a post about that.
But we do have the 2 cigars in there.
Yes, and we're going to go over to UPS later today, so things will get shipped out.
We would like to do a lighter, much like the one that Christoph has. It's I know a lot of cigar companies do those, but they're just a great way to get your logo out there. And yeah, I would like to do it. We'll just have to save a little bit of money and get it done. We have some other merchandise in the works that we're working on right now too. So we'll let you guys know about that once it comes closer to actually happening.
Custom scooters for everybody. Boom. Light up wheels. The little thing where you step on the brake and it makes sparks.
Yeah, we're working with we're going to be working with Supreme and Bait.
Put it on there. What is Bait? What is that?
It's a clothing company, and we're going to work with Off-White.
It's not Off-White. It's black.
And we're going to make some Bakersfield Gentleman Yeezys.
Oh my God! Never mind. Product's canceled. No, I'm not making anything now. Show over.
But yeah, you guys, that's it. We're over time for today. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget, you guys, this Thursday we will have Alec and Bradley Rubin on the show. So if you guys have any Alec Bradley questions, make sure you get them in. I think it's going to be a really fun show. We got a lot of great questions already, and really looking forward to having them on. So if you guys can join us 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you guys tune in, watch, ask questions, give them some support. Really do appreciate that.
Please be on Thursday. I want them to show that we support them. Share as much as you can that day, because I want them to know that we want to get their word out there just as much, and we want to get their info out there because we got some great questions thanks to you guys. Yeah. So yes.
And lastly, as always, you guys don't forget, donate to Cigars for Warriors as often as you guys can. They especially right now, you guys, they need it more than ever. They need that support. So even if your guys' local donation center is closed, see if you guys can just ship that stuff out to Florida to them directly. I think it'd be really, really great if you guys could do that. I mean, they need it, you guys. So let's not stop them from being able to do what they do. You guys, let's get them what we can when we can.
100%.
Friday, you guys will have some more information about Friday doing the live online sale. It'll be much like the one we did with Sinistro, just it won't be just one company. It'll be all the brands that Cigars and More carries. So make sure you guys join us for that as well.
And last but not least, no, we will not be doing life-size cutouts yet. Let me do the juicing diet thing first for a couple of weeks. Then maybe we'll do a cutout.
I do like the Bakersfield Gentleman G-Shock idea. That's a good one.
I love that. That'd be awesome.
It's a good one.
I'd finally order a watch. And also, I don't want anyone knowing how short we actually are in real life.
That's
Unless
true.
you meet us, you gotta get surprised. Like, oh man, they're a lot shorter than I thought.
That is true. That is true.
Then we can put out the life-size cutouts. Other than that, I think we're good to go for today.
Yeah, we're good. We'll see you guys Thursday.
Thursday, 2 p.m. Have a good one, guys.